Hello YouTube and welcome to Elevated Intuition. I'm here looking at the energies for next week. That is September 21st through the 27th. I have 3 piles, so the way Picket cards work is take a moment, take a deep breath. Which pile is calling to you? And then I will reveal the cards and we'll take a look at what your next week looks like. So pile number 1 here is Bumblebee Jasper. Pile number 2 is Aragonite. And pile number 3 is Citrine. Hello, pile number 1s. Those of you who picked Bumblebee Jasper, you're here in the right place. I picked these cards based on a specific spread. So what we're going to focus on is, energies that you need to focus on. The second card is going to be energies to embrace, things to embrace, what we need to bring into next week, and things that we may need to let go. So let's take a look. First card, what we need to focus on next week, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. And what we need to embrace for next week is the Fool. I love the Fool card. And I'll tell you why in a moment. Let's see. Energy that we need to bring to next week. Page of Wands. Excellent. This is really interesting because we have an Ace, we have a Page, and we have the Fool. And all of these cards are about new beginnings. So I'm really seeing a lot of change, but you going, like this page here is getting ready to start on this path. The Fool is getting ready to jump off of this cliff. And the Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace is the beginning. And you can see that she is ready to set out on her journey too. So next week energy is about beginnings for you. Let's go back to this Fool. I love this card. She's so enthusiastic and really excited about what's going to happen next week. And like I said, she's about to jump off a cliff. Now that isn't always a great sign. You got to watch out for that. But when you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands with it, the new beginning is here to happen. So what we need to let go of for next week, the 5 of Cups. And this kind of makes sense too. You can see all of these cards are really enthusiastic, and the 5 of Cups is really over here. She is crying over spilled wine, and there's no reason to. Or, okay, yes, that is tragic. 3 cups of wine are there, but look, we have this beautiful table, this beautiful party set up, these 2 cups that are still there. The wine glass is still there. We have our little friend here who still is with us. So this is great card to let go of. Let go of, your disappointments. I feel perfectionism here. And when you are starting out on a new adventure, that's not always planned out. And she does not have a plan. She is just jumping in. So you may need to let go of some of these perfectionist tendencies and just get moving down this path. But really, it looks like a fun and adventurous week for you. Ace of Pentacles, like I said, this is a new beginning. This is a lucky card. She's luck. So luck is on your side. Pentacles deals with the material. So if you have a new business adventure, jump into it. Page of Wands, this business adventure is probably something creative that you are very passionate about. Wands is fire energy and passion. So remember, there's ups and downs in everything. You're going to run into some challenges. And you know what? Maybe not everything is coming out perfect for you. That's to be expected. But don't forget why you started. And focus on the good stuff to get through those problems. Oh, and let's see. I do have an oracle card for you. Give love. So that's a really beautiful card. I just got these oracle cards, so I'm going to read it more intuitively. This oracle card, give love. You know, you probably have a partner that is going to be involved in this adventure. And, you know, maybe your partner messed something up for you too. Just meet next week's challenges with love. And you're going to get through it. So thank you, Group 1. I hope this had some good messages for you. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Bye. Hello, Group 2s. If you picked Aragonite, here is your message for next week. I have some tarot cards here for you, and I have an oracle card. I pulled these cards with a specific spread in mind, so I will walk you through what each card is supposed to represent for next week. We have energies, what to expect and focus on, what to embrace, what kind of energies we need to bring to next week, and then also we have energies of what to leave behind. So let's take a look and see what we have here. So the first card that we have is Death. Don't freak out. This is actually a very good card. This is about change. Our next card, what we need to embrace for next week, Four of Swords. I think you need to take a nap, Group 2s. You know, and especially if we're going through a lot of changes, sometimes that can be exhausting, and you need to take care of yourself and think about refreshing and renewing yourself. What energy do we need to bring to next week? Six of Wands. This is a really pretty card. So Wands is passion, fire energy. And this card in particular is generosity. So as you see, this witch here is being generous with and handing off things, sharing her flowers. This is also remembering people who helped you. So, you know, all of these people here are clapping for her, but she's remembering who got her here. So you've got some change going on, renew and relax. And, you know, while you're relaxing, take a moment to be grateful for the people who are in your life. And what we need to, the energy we need to let go of for next week, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is actually, you know, a really positive card. So don't see that you know, it's a card about beginnings. It's a card about ideas. It's a card about clarity. I don't think you need to necessarily let those things go for next week. What I am feeling is that, you know, you're making this change and you might have these really great ideas, but don't rush into it too quickly. Give yourself some time to relax and maybe plan with some people who are going to help you. You know, Ace of Swords. Swords are air signs, and it's really fast-moving energy. So don't jump into anything too quickly. And this is a little bit different from Group 1 because they were jumping in head first, feet first, whatever worked. You're going to be a little bit more calculated. And even here with this change, I mean, you're the one who is making it. You are cutting this tie. You're closing this door, but you know another door is opening. This new idea is coming, but maybe take a step back. Make sure that you are refreshed enough to go after that new idea. So then the oracle card that came up for you is affirmation for growth. And I'm feeling like probably this change is here because you need to grow. That's why you're making this change. So while you are relaxing, meditating, write down things that you want, areas in your life you want to grow, things that you want to do. Set some goals. Don't rush in too quickly. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. But when you are ready, go ahead and go for it. So that's what I'm seeing for you for next week. Looks like a lovely week, even though you're starting off with the death card. Don't get stuck on that. It's actually a very beautiful card about change. And from these two, I think that you really need it. You really need to make a change and relax and do what you need to do for yourself. Thank you, Group 2s. Have a lovely week. Hello, Group 2s. If you picked the Citrine, if that's what was calling to you, I have some cards here that I pulled. This is for the week starting of September 21st. And I pulled these cards with a specific spread in mind. This is going to deal with energies that we need to embrace for next week. Well, first one is what our focus is for next week. Second card is what we need to embrace, energies that we need to bring into next week. And the fourth card is energies that we need to leave behind. So what do we need to leave behind next week? I also have an oracle card here that we will get to at the end. So let's take a look at the first card, the Emperor. So Emperor is major arcana card. And you can see he's number 4, so that number might mean something to you. He's also ruled by Aries. He has controlled emotions, he's very calculated, he's ambitious, and he's secure. Our next card here for what we need to embrace for the week. So Knight of Cups. It's interesting that we have somebody here who is so controlled with his emotions, and then we have the Knight of Cups here who is just going head first. So your focus on being calculated and ambitious, and that's okay, and embrace. And I'm really seeing the emotion here. Like cups could be any emotion, but obviously, especially with this card, the Knight of Cups and all the hearts, definitely embrace love if it comes your way. And then we have the Sun. This is another major arcana card. So both of these cards are major arcana, which means, they're just a little bit more important in your overall. These minor arcana cards are deal with day to day. These are major events. So, I feel like you are an ambitious person and you are a very calculated person. And then the Sun card is just such a beautiful card. Whatever you are planning here, it's going to go great. With this artwork too, I really think of family, and it's just warmth and happiness. And, how can you, when you have the Sun, how can you not embrace love? Oh, and our final card here, this is the energy that we need to leave behind. So Queen of Wands, this is, it's kind of an odd card that we would want to leave behind, but I think I'm feeling in this position that she is, a mature feminine energy. She's very passionate, and she might be in conflict with you. She is also Aries, because she's fire. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you are in conflict with a mature feminine energy, that is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it may be time to stop arguing. Agree to disagree. Whatever it is that you're in conflict with this person about, and could be a mom, could be an aunt, something like that, which this is generational here, holding hands in the sun. Try to go back to some common ground and connect with them in a positive way. Let's see. Oh, Queen of Wands is also passionate and about communication. So if you aren't fighting with your mom, are you picking fights on social media? Maybe next week you would be better served to let it go and get back to your plans, meet people with love. So many times we see something and we just assume the worst. Try to meet people with love. So try to meet them with your higher self. How does your higher self know them? Because your higher self loves everyone. And, sometimes that's a really difficult thing to do. I get it. It's really difficult. But embrace meeting others with love, because this is where you need to be. You need to be happy. Let's take a look at your oracle card. Tears of joy and sadness. This is just so interesting here, especially with, we're talking about this is what we need to let go of. Like our passion, don't let go of your passion, but your passion can get you really worked up in ways that aren't healthy for you. And it can be in conflict with this emperor who is more calculated. We need to get you from tears of sadness to tears of joy. I'm just going to read here what this says in the Oracle book because it's really interesting. Life is rarely simple. There is no such thing as a completely good or bad. Even the best outcomes may come with a price, and even the worst disasters can often have a silver lining. Loss and grief show us the value of what we had and how lucky we were to have it. The toughest challenges give us the opportunity to rise above. That doesn't mean that the hard stuff isn't hard. Of course it is. But if you can find the positive side of even the worst events, it will help you stay strong and keep you moving forward. Maybe you can even inspire others who are dealing with their own difficulties. Keep moving forward too. And wow, that's really interesting, especially here the Knight. He is definitely moving forward, and he is moving forward with love. And if you can, there's ups and downs, good and bad, and everything. Find some gratitude in something, because we really need to just celebrate next week. Find some time to dance in the sun. Okay, group threes, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you.